AFC champions taking on the NFC champions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter, the cameras more numerous. I don't know, there's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner and my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on first down. Curtis setting up the screen. Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. Looking to throw on second down. Curtis. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Curtis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Dragons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense seeking his 3rd Super Bowl title. He is no stranger to the big game.
He's not a stranger to it at all. In fact, I think he's very comfortable with the stage that is the Super Bowl. We know it hasn't all been roses for him because he's had his share of disappointments. But just when we write him off, his guys always seem to deliver. And here he is now with a chance to make history and be one of just a handful of coaches with 3 Super Bowl rings. That's impressive.
That's swung out wide to Harris. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Harris running straight ahead, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off play action, Curtis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Gets past one man. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Right back to him on 1st down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw here's incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wells. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dragons will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. 2 excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
Yeah, they're off and running, even though they finish things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far. Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. An option handoff given to Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, Curtis. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here we go, here we go. Nike 18.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Dragons are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
21-0 our score after 1. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yard.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
And a huge play that time. 44 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Curtis.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
On the jump.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's McCarthy.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Dragons continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series.
That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Joyner, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2nd and 13. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might...
Touchdown! A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Dragons are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hurt.
The slot man in motion right.
Right here. 19 Lion.
On 1st down, Curtis. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Go, Chap, go, Chap. Go.
Looking to throw, Curtis. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Racing to the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Dragons 42. Golden Eagles nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And oh, that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now they'll change things up.
Brings up
Go,
2nd
Reed.
and
Go.
9.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Curtis. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Get up.
They go play action here on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Ready.
2nd down and 3.
Viking 18. Jack, Bobcat.
Now a toss play. It's Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Loss of 2. Brings up 3rd
Rocco
down
80.
and 6.
Buffalo 18. Hey, Smash. Mustang 19. Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, Curtis. They'll roll him out right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Hurt. Hurt. Right there, right there. Hurt. Come 19. Come 19. Check go.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
60. Hut, hut.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To throw on 3rd down. Curtis steps away to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
60 Eagles.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Go.
They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Come on, come on. Set. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bob.
Back to throw. Curtis. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. Here we
And
go.
the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
79 Bronco. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
Looking to throw. Curtis. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
7 Pirate. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. 19 Lion. And up.
A final shot before break. Curtis looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And the half will begin with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
19 tight. 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Check go.
They're going to look to throw. His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
3.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And touchdown. A big play there. 62 yards.
And the Dragons are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, ready! Hey, smash Bronco! Hurt, hurt! On the ball, Buffalo 18!
They'll start the drive with Harris.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
10 yards on the pickup.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Mustang 19! Cup 19! Cup 19!
To throw on second down, Curtis.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Go!
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
First down. First
At
and
the
10
60,
at
at the
the
60.
37-yard line.
Ready?
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Curtis. And he will find his man on the outside.
Hustle, hustle!
And quickly, they get to the line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal!
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Warrior 70! Get up!
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 21 yards away.
And the Golden Eagles are able to at least get one score back. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
On the set!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1 yard gain.
2nd and 9 now. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Check.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw now on first down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
7 Pirates. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60. Go Street. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
19 Lion. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Check smash, check smash. Bronco
Now
leading.
they'll audible to
Cowboy
something
80.
else.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll look to throw again. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hurry, hurry.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Come 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And now off to the races, down the right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Go, Reed. Go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Warrior 70. Yep.
Back to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Check Bobcat. Check Bobcat. Ready, ready.
He'll look to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because some...
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Rig alert! Rig alert! Trap 60! Trap 60! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Go!
Back to throw. Curtis escaping the pressure right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
79 Bronco! 70 Ranger! 70 Ranger! Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Dragons continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready, set!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go, set! Seven Pirates! Dragon 60! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Ready, ready?
Off play action. Curtis. And that one to the right side and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Curtis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready up!
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Say, hey! Hut, hut!
Looking to throw. Curtis. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
70, Timberwolf. Alert! Alert! Check smash, check smash. Let's go!
They'll run on first down. Joyner down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they've practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of
Hey,
4.
smash Bronco!
Makes it 3rd and
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dragons have opened the lead up to 60. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
his guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And they're going to speed things up here.
Ready, ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Curtis. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set, go!
Off the play fake. Curtis. And my goodness, another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing after the interception, Curtis. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Curtis. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Let's go!
From the gun on third down, Curtis. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. On 1st and 10, Curtis. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Cougar 19.
And now they'll shift things around.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd down, Curtis. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Ready.
2nd down and a yard.
Off play action. Curtis. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
Let's
down
go now.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Curtis.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Off the play fake. Curtis. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Curtis.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Golden Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down, Joyner
on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
Let's go. Hiking, hey, cheese. Hey, check that. Street, ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Caught right side, Davis. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
82. Golden Eagles 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, Shaq.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
On the jump.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that, because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here. Give momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Curtis. And now here is another interception. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On first down, Joyner. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Buffalo 18, Mustang 19.
Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Hey, smash! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Curtis. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
79 Bronco! 70 Rangers! 70 Rangers!
On 3rd down, Curtis. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wells. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
60 Maverick. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. Hurry, hurry.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Okay, ready.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end. But right now, they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Switch up. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, fans, Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.